afternoon. How's everybody doing today? It's Henry at Thrifty Used Cars and Tires. I'm gonna do a little quick video, show you what we got on inventory. We stocked back up yesterday. We bought 12 cars, so we got a little inventory back in. I'll show you what we got, tell you about what we do, and see what we can do for you. Alrighty, first up we got a little 07 Pontiac G6. She's sweet, good looking car. All the way around, runs good, got the nice rims on there, clean on the inside. No rips, no tears, AC blows cold, heat works, everything works like it's supposed to. Right here on this Pontiac G6. And she is $49.99 total. She is $2,000 down. So, and she's on our buy here, pay here program. And you say, what is your buy here, pay here program, Henry? We sell two types of cars here at Thrifty Used Cars and Tires. First up are our buy here, pay here cars, like this Pontiac G6. So you put $2,000 down on this car, okay? Everybody's approved. You have a down payment, you're approved. And the way we work this is, we're not gonna run you credit, we're not gonna charge you any fees. We're not gonna charge you any fees, not gonna run you credit, we're not gonna verify your job. We're not gonna make you carry full coverage insurance, and we don't charge you any interest on the money you borrow. So you get to borrow money from me for free. One more time, you get to borrow the monies from me for free, okay? So, $49.99, $2,000 down, and besides that, every one of my cars is paid out in less than 12 months. So any buy here, pay here car on this entire lot, you make the down payment, you drive off, and you'll be done paying me in less than a year you own your car. I guarantee it. I say that a lot because I do. I guarantee my word. My word is my bond. All right, so that car is on our buy here, pay here program. Next up is this Mercedes. It's on our buy here, pay here program. Look at this Mercedes, folks. She's shining. She's shining like a new penny. But she's a Mercedes. She ain't no penny, baby. She's a sweet looking Mercedes, fine driving Mercedes, hot running, low drag, flies. Good shape. You won't believe the shape this car's in. And she's on our buy here, pay here program. You put $1,500 down on this car, $1,500 down. Again, we're not gonna run your credit. We're not gonna charge you any fees. We're not gonna verify your job. We're not gonna make you carry that full coverage insurance, and we're not gonna charge you $1 of interest on the money you borrow from me. Not one freaking dollar. So on this car, you put $1,500 down, she's $3,700 total. Be done paying on that car in less than a year, folks. Now the second type of car we sell is our finance company repos. I used to work for this finance company for about 10 years. I used to do their collections. I was the outside collection supervisor. So what that meant is I used to drive around, collect car payments for a living. But then one day I decided to open up a car lot. And they say, Henry, why don't you sell our repos for us? And so I said, okay. So that's what I do. I sell this finance company's repos. And so like this is a 2016, right here, 2016 Taurus, okay? 2016, less than 100,000 miles on this car. She runs good, looks good, smells good. Let's look at the inside. I just had her freshly detailed. We do that on some of the finance company cars. Look at that. Got the backup camera, the Navi, got everything you could possibly want in this car. It's just a sweet car out here. I drove this car back when I used to live in Baton Rouge a little while back. I drove this car, this one right here, because she's an excellent running car. So it's a 2016 Ford Taurus. On this car, you put $2,000 down. She's $13,000 total, and it's a finance company car. So I don't own this car. I just sell that car on consignment for them. So on this car, what you got to do to qualify for a loan from these guys is you got to make at least $1,300 a month verifiable income. What that means is proof, baby. You got to have proof, like stubs, check stubs, month, year-to-date income, statements from the IRS, something that shows what you make. Also, you got to carry full coverage insurance in their cars. And this company specializes in restoring credit, establishing credit, and getting you back on your feet type credit. So what they help you is out, the second chance financing. So what does our sign say? Good credit, we got you covered. Bad credit, we got you covered. No credit, we got you covered. Second chance finance, we have you covered. We got every angle you could possibly want. So that's one of our finance company cars. And the next one up is another finance company car. It's a 2010 top of the line Tahoe. Yahoo and the Tahoe. I've driven that around. You see my little dealer plate on there? So I've been driving that little puppy around. She's real clean. She's leather on the inside, top of the line. Top of the line. Got the backup camera, the Navi, 3 rows of seating. You could use a good cleanup, but besides that, 2010 Tahoe. finance company car. So you got to make at least $1,300 a month. You got to carry that full coverage insurance, and you got to have verifiable income. We fill out a credit app, we get you approved in less than 20 minutes, we get you driving out in this car. Remember, you got to carry the full coverage insurance. It's a newer cars, folks. Ain't like anybody can wreck that car and pay that sucker off. She's $13,000. She's $2,000 down, and we get you riding out in that Tahoe. I probably had, I don't know, 25 people test drive that Tahoe so far. Every single one of them wanted it, but nobody had the down payment yet, people. So for $2,000, and on that type of car, you go to any place else around, any of them big time dealerships around here, they're gonna want way more than $2,000 down there, especially if you don't have the greatest of credit. But this company, $2,000 down, we get you approved. We get you approved for 48 months, probably get you a note under $400. Unbelievable. Okay, next up, we got another buy here, pay here car. It's a 07 Toyota Sequoia. Excellent running car, big V8 motor in this sucker. Runs like a scalded dog. She's in good shape for the 07. She's a Toyota, folks. So that means this car will run and run and run. Your grandkids could ride this car. You know who else could ride this car? Your grandkids' kids could ride that car. I don't know what they call, but they could drive it, I promise you. All right, so on this Sequoia, we want $2,500 down on this car. It's $5,000 total on this Sequoia. $2,500 down, $5,000 total. 2007 Sequoia. It's on our buy here, pay here program. So what does that mean? That means you had the down payment, you have a ride. We're not going to run your credit. We're not going to verify your job. We're not going to charge you any fees. We don't require full coverage insurance. And all of our cars are paid out in less than a year. And we never, ever, not in the history of my company, have we charged anybody any interest. We don't believe in charging interest. We make our more money selling the car. We don't need to hit you both ways. We're just trying to do something a little more fair than most folks, because what happens for most people these days, poor people are the ones that have to pay the most because they have bad credit. So the people that can afford to pay the most, the people that can afford to pay the least, the ones that had the bad credit have to pay the most. It's a messed up system. So I'm trying to change it a little bit, but it's going pretty good so far, but we'll see. But so on my cars, again, like this little Scion right here. This Scion, it's a Toyota Scion. She's in excellent shape. The person, I bought this car from the people over at Napa Auto Parts across from me. The guy used to commute back and forth to NASA. It's got a few miles on her. But she looks good, she runs good. You put $1,300 down on that car. She is $3,300 total. We'll get you riding out. She's on our buy here, pay here program. Next up, we got a little 2008 Ford Focus. You want to stay, no, that's not a Focus, Henry, that is a Fusion. When you want to join them together, you get the Fusion. Right here, the Ford Fusion. We got a 2008, right around 200,000 miles on her. She is $2,000 down and $38.99 total. Good running little car, decent condition. I'd say above average condition. Let's look at the inside of her. So again, if you had the down payment, you're guaranteed to have this ride. So if you got the $2,000, you got yourself a little 2008. $38.99 total on this car, folks. It's an excellent running car. So again, let's review on our buy here, pay here program. No place else in the South does this, folks. We're not going to run your credit. We're not going to charge you any of them fees. We're not going to verify your job. We're not going to make you carry full coverage insurance. So full coverage insurance is a big deal. It's like if you buy one of them finance company cars and you carry full coverage insurance, you're talking about $200 a month probably. Me, I don't make you carry that. You just got to carry liability. You're probably talking about $50. And then we're not charging any interest on the money you borrow, and you're done paying off your car. You own that car, folks. Next year, tax season, you'll own that car. So a year from now, it's yours. And we ain't charging a dollar of interest on it, folks. No place else. That's why we sell more cars than anybody around the street. Up and down the block, tick-tock, we got them beat. We move more steel in the city of Pittsburgh. Don't ask me what that means. It's just something that popped in my head one day, and I said it. Like most things, it pops in my head, and I say it. All right, next up, we got a little 1993 Miata. Why did I buy this Miata? Because I like that Miata. She is a 1993. You can put $900 down on this Miata. She is $2,700 total. And you can see, take the top down, ride down the beach. She's a cute little thing, zip in and out of traffic, runs good, looks good, smells good. She's in good shape for 1993. I bought it because I like the car. And I might still keep the car. If it don't sell next week or two, I'll probably take it home and keep it. I have a bad habit with that. But anyway, next up, we got a little 2010 Ford Focus. This is a finance company car here. And on our finance company car, they come with a 50-50 warranty. There's 50-50 on the labor and major engine and major transmission parts. They cover 50% of that. So if you have any problems, they take care of that for you on a finance company car on Major Motor and Transmissions. On this car, she's only $800 down. I think she's $5,000 total. So $800 down, $5,000 total. You fill out a credit app, you make $1,300 a month, carry full coverage insurance, we can get you approved on this car. We sell about a third of our sales of finance company cars, and this is a nice little one. You want a low down payment, that payment on that car probably be about $249 a month. Next up, we got a little Grand Marquis. It's an 08 Grand Marquis. You only get 135,000 miles on her. And I like these big Grand Marquis because the big V8 Ford engines, they run for a long time. This one's got low miles, don't look too bad on the inside. She's $1,500 down, $3,500 total. We'll get you driving out in this Grand Marquis. That's on our Buy Here, Pay Here program also. So you want to look like the Grand Wizard, you want to look like the Grand Marshal of the parade, you pull up in a Grand Marquis. Or if you want to look like the people, you pull up in a Grand Marquis. Either way, which way you want to say it. But hey, you put some black tint on there, you throw some siren on the top, you are the people. Anyway, moving right along. Next up, we got all my exes drive Lexus. It's why it's expensive getting them divorces, let me tell you. Next up is a 2000 RX 300. She is a Lexus. This ain't my ex's Lexus, this is a new Lexus. I just bought this today. Nice looking car right here. She is $1,800 down. She's leather on the inside. That's that, ooh, feel that. Ooh, that's that Corinthian leather. Ooh, freshly conditioned too. Dang, I like that. She's sexy. So $1,800 down on this car. She is $3,800 total. AC blows cold. Everything works the way it's supposed to. And that's on our Buy Here, Pay Here program. And on our Buy Here, Pay program, what to tell you, buy here, pay here. If you have a down payment, you have a ride. Okay? And that holds true for this car. nothing at all wrong with that car. It's on our Buy Here, Pay Here program. Next up, we got a little Chevy Cobalt. We got a lot of Chevys on the road. You know why I got a lot of Chevys on the road? Because they run for a long time. The 2006 Cobalt. She is, I think, $1,300 or $1,300 down, $3,400 total on this little Cobalt. Let's look on the inside. She's on our Buy Here, Pay Here program. She can use a little steam cleaning. Again, if I clean the car, make the down payment higher. You clean the car, keeps it nice and cheap. Most of my people like it nice and cheap. Buy Here, Pay Here program. You get the $1,200, you got yourself a ride. Total price $3,400. You be done paying on that car in 6 months, people. On this car, we got a little price reduction on the down payment here. This is the Italian Stallion. This is the LeBron James Cavalier. I know he plays for the Lakers now, but when he was in Cleveland, this is what he was supporting right here. You can see them championship rings right there across the dash. As he's driving around Cleveland, being the man, you'd be the man right here in Bay St. Louis on the Gulf Coast in this Cavalier. Cavalier got your name. It's an 04 Cavalier, only got 136,000 miles. She is canary yellow. Put $1,000 down, $3,500 total. You riding out in that Cavalier. You even got a little bling bling on the rims. We ain't gonna throw no extra. We ain't gonna charge you nothing extra for that. We'll throw that in on the house. Next up, we got a little 2004 Saturn. This Saturn is I think it's an Ion 3. And it's got the two-tone look in the front. Got the silver hood. Got the blue all the way around. She's only got 118,000 miles. On this car, you put $1,000 down. She's $3,000 total. Okay, say hi to Miss Angela. All right. Okay. Hi to Miss Angela. She handed me money. No, she handed me some man's driver's license. I like that. I guess I can't do no more driver's license though. But anyway, she came from Boomtown Auto Sales in Kenya, Louisiana. Over in Kenya, Louisiana. You know what Kenya stands for? Hey, bro. Nah, just kidding. That's a New Orleans joke. But anyway, we're along. You put $1,000 down on our Buy Here, Pay Here program. We'll have you riding out in this Saturn Ion. She is $1,000 down, $3,000 total. Next up, we got a little Honda Accord on our Buy Here, Pay Here program. 1996, only got 125,000 miles, people. Lightly used, barely broken in for a Honda. Let's look at the inside, people. You know, let's see what you get for $900 down, $2,900 total. That's what you get, people. A nice looking, good A to B car. You're going to get you to work, going to get you home, and not leave you stranded, people. Not leave you stranded. That's what it's going to do. Next up, we got a little 1996 Sebring. Right here. This car is a classic car. You know what the thing about this car is? I ain't gonna lie to you, people. There ain't many cars like this one. You ain't never gonna find that many 1995 Chryslers on the road, I'm telling you. So we bought this because this is a classic. Chryslers just don't have cars that last that long, usually. But this is the exception. This car rides, drives like it's new, like it's real new. And AC blows cold, heat works, everything in this car is A-OK. Look at there. Look in there, okay? So on this car, what it's on. It's $1,000 down, $28.99 total. We get you riding out in that Sebring. There ain't one thing wrong with that Sebring, people. It runs good, looks good, smells good, and you would have a classic car that'd be noticeable, because there ain't many Chryslers, if any, 1995 Chrysler still on the road. Nah, you'd have a hard time finding one. But anyway, all right. The next up is a little 05 Altima. She's $1,000 down, $36.99 total. Buy here, pay here program. And on the buy here, pay here program, again, let's refresh. We're not going to run your credit. We're not going to verify your job. We're not going to charge you any fees. We don't charge any interest. We don't require full coverage insurance, and all of our cars are paid off in less than a year. On this little car right here, this is a little 1997 Bondo on white, Park Avenue. Let's look in here. Let me tell you about this Park Avenue. I've had it for a little while again now, but I sold this car once before. The man quit making his payments on it. He used to have a microwave in here. He had a black and white TV in here. He had a refrigerator in here. He had it all. Where you going? Hold on. Angela's trying to pull a power play. Hold on 1 second. When I'm done, you can go. All right. See, it's hard. You know, I had good help, but you see what happens is everybody gets spoiled, and she's spoiled. Don't get me wrong now. She does a good job. She's always done a good job, but she's spoiled rotten. It's my own fault. You know, what happens to everybody, get a little taste of success, and it goes to their head. But not with Humble Henry over here at Thrifty Used Cars and Tires. I never let anything go to my head. But back to this little 1997 Park Avenue. You know, if you're playing Monopoly, she'd be like the boardwalk car. But anyway, we'll run along. This car's $700 down. She starts off, sounds terrible. I ain't gonna lie to you, she sounds like she's sick. But once she gets going, she gets all that cleaned out them system, she sounds good. She purrs like going down the road. It's a smooth ride, runs good. The guy we repoed it from, we had to wait for him to go to the bathroom at the rest stop. He was saying that he had the car back in kind of like at a rest stop on the highway. And so we had to wait for him to go to the bathroom. When he went to the bathroom, we snatched our car and we got out of there. So it took us a while to get it too, because he would never left that car. He lived in that car. He did everything in that car. But anyway, 1996 Grand Marquis. This car is a classic too. This car runs probably one of the smoothest running cars on the lot. Get you up and down the highway. She got a CB radio on the inside. AC blow cold, heat works, everything works. And when I say she purrs, ain't nothing like the sound of a V8 in the morning. Boom, 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 boom. Not as good as the smell of fresh cold steel in the morning, but that V8 in the morning on a Grand Marquis, red, cool. You be the fire chief in town. You know, you black out the windows and put fire chief across, nobody know. All right, next up we got a little Kia Spectra. Yep, this little Spectra, you put $1,000 down. She works great. Only problem with this Spectra, you see them windshield wipers? For some reason, this car has a problem with the windshield wipers. They like to stay on all day and all night. So it's always raining with the Kia Spectra in its head, but she runs good, looks good, shifts good. And I'm gonna sell it just the way she is, because you know why? Because she's only $1,000 down, $3,000 total, and somebody's gonna take advantage of that right there. Next up, we got a little Suzuki. This little Suzuki, we just put a little clutch in it. We're still working on the bugs with the man who put the clutch in, but she'll be ready real soon. She'll be a $500 down, but she ain't ready yet. So we don't have a $500 down car yet, but we will. There'll be that Suzuki. Next up, we got a little Rendezvous. You want a rendezvous with your boo? You go in the Buick Rendezvous. This Buick Rendezvous is $1,300 down, $3,300 total. You're riding out. This Suzuki right here, she is waiting on a motor mount. She'll be in tomorrow. She's $700 down, $2,700 total, and you're on a Suzuki. This thing's as fast as a Hayabusa right there, the big Busa, baby. Nope, I'm just kidding. She ain't that fast, but she's fast. Next up, we got a little 04 Expedition. What's this say? 04 Expedition. How many miles that's got? Holy shamoly, Batman. That says 119,000. This thing is, I don't know if it's even broken in yet. Probably not. 119,000, 04 Expedition. You put $1,000 down on that car right here, people. She's $3,500 total, you riding out. Next up, we got a little 05 Ford Escape. That's $1,500 down. You put the $1,500 down, she's $3,799 total. You riding out in that Ford Escape. Next up, we got a little 06 Explorer. 06 Explorer. This car right here, you're gonna put down the $2,000 for the 06 Explorer. She leather on the inside, the Eddie Bauer edition. She put $2,000 down. She is $4,200 total, done paying out in less than a year on our buy here, pay here program. And look at it here. It's a sky blue Expedition. She's a sweet little ride, people. Got the gold, got the chrome wheels, got the leather on the inside. Only got 170,000 miles. She going down the highway, runs excellent, looks excellent. She's $1,500 down, people. $3,700 total. Where else can you find these deals but Thrifty Used Cars and Tires, that sells the most affordable A to B cars, and we finance people for free. Free, there ain't nothing better than free. That's why I live in America, because it's the land of the free. Right up next, we got a little HHR 2010. We just put 2 coil packs in this puppy. She's a 900 down. I think there's 900 down in this little. She don't look too bad for 900 down. 900 down, $3,100 total. You're riding out in a little HHR. Next up, freshly repoed 04 Altima. Runs good, looks good. Waiting for its next owner right there. You put $800 down on that Altima, we get you riding out. What else we got? We got we call this the bipolar Lexus, because on this side she's happy, sunshiny people. She's happy to see you, glad to be a car. And then on this side she gets like, oh, crazy, and she's hideous. So we call it a bipolar Lexus. She's a repoed car. You put $800 down. She's ready, primed, ready to hit the paint shop, and you would have yourself a Lexus. $800 down. She look good, better on the inside than she does on the outside, which a lot of people are like that. They're much sweeter than what they are. See, not bad on the inside for $800. $2,800 total. Not too shabby. Next up, what we got right here? We got, what we got? We got a little Grand Prix. That's what we got with Grand Prix. You put $1,300 down on this Grand Prix. She is $3,400 total. It's on our buy here, pay here program. And on that buy here, pay here program again, we don't run your credit. We don't verify your job. We don't charge you no interest. We don't require you to carry full coverage insurance. And what else do we do? You done pay me in less than a year, people. Less than a year. Where if you have the down payment, you have a ride. Next up, we have a 2010 Ford Focus. It's a finance company car. It's only got 132,000 miles. We only want $800 down on that car. $800 down. She is $5,100 total, and we'll have you riding out in that car. Next up, we got a little Monte Carlo. On the Monte Carlo, she is freshly repoed. We're only looking for $600 down on that car, and $600 down, and $2,600 total, freshly repoed. We're waiting for the young man to bring me the keys back so he can get his computer, and he's got to bet basically his whole life in this car. All right, but she's gonna be one of our cheap down payment cars. Next up, we got another little Chrysler PT Cruiser, not a PT Loser. We only sell PT Cruisers here. On this PT Cruiser, she's $700 down. She used to belong to a military veteran. I call it the Dale White Special, because Dale White is the man who used to own his car. It's a stick shift. Picture you going down the beach, top's in good condition, runs good, looks good, $700 down, $29.99 total on this PT Cruiser. Can't beat it, folks. Guy used to drive to Fort Lauderdale in that car all the time, because he's a military veteran. That's where he got operated on. Next up, we got a little 07 Mazda 6. Look at this car, people. Look at here. She's $1,500 down, my people. $1,500 down, $3,500 total. Got the tent, got the low profile wheels. Can't go wrong. And if you have the down payment, you have the ride. And what else we got? We got a little 06 Galant. 132,000 miles, people. 132,000 miles. $1,500 down. $3,500 total. And you have yourself a little 06 Galant on our buy here, pay here program. Then we got a little sweet 03 Cadillac DeVille. Man, she's sweet. Claudia DeVille, or whatever her name is, from 101 Dalmatians, used to ride this car. She used to have all them dogs loaded in there, but you can't tell. But she is a nice looking little whip. You know, you want a whip, you want to be cruising, big timing. This is a nice car right here. It ain't got nothing. I rode this car home yesterday or last Friday I bought this car. I went back to auction and got her and paid more money than I wanted to, but I got it because she runs so good. So you put on this car, I think you put $1,300 down on this car. She is $34.99 total, and you have yourself a smooth running, AC blowing cold, heat working Cadillac. And there ain't nothing better than a ride than a Cadillac. Big pimping when you're in a Cadillac. There ain't no doubt about it. 2000. Nope, that ain't no 2000, Henry. What you saying? That's a 1998 Mercedes. Yes, sir. That's what we got ourselves, a little Mercedes action. $900 down Mercedes. Look at that, people. Leather. Oh, smell that? Dang. Look. We even took the hood emblem off this car for you so you can look like Flavor Flav. You can hang the Mercedes emblem from your neck. No extra charge, people. None. Right here. I guarantee. So you put that on a little chain, bro. You go to the club. You're not only driving the Mercedes, you're repping the Mercedes. See? So with $900 down, $2,900 total, you got yourself a Mercedes, my people. Next up, we got a little 06 Jetta. Looks good, smells good, runs good. You put $1,500 down on that car, $3,500 total. You're riding out on a buy here, pay here program. Next up, we get the classic Mustang with only 107. Look again, people, 107,000 miles. You put $1,200 down, $3,200 total, and you're riding out in that white Bullet. There ain't nothing beat the sound of a Mustang. I used to have a white Mustang myself, back a long time ago. Long time ago. It makes me sad I don't have it no more. Only new car I ever bought my entire life. This is an 07 Sienna right here. We redid the whole front end in this car because it was all messed up. But now, she's a good running Toyota with all less than 200,000 miles, people. You put $1,500 down on that car, $38.99. You have yourself a 3-row seating Toyota. Can't go wrong with that, my people. Can't go wrong with a Toyota. They run forever. They never break down, ever and ever and ever. Next up, we got another finance company car. She's $1,500 down. And let's review. On the finance company cars, you got to make at least $1,300 a month. Got to fill out a credit app. Got to carry full coverage insurance. And they specialize in restoring, rebuilding, and establishing credit. That's what they do, and we sell their cars for them because they allow us to. And we're proud to represent their cars for them. It's a nice looking little car, Traverse, $1,500 down, you're riding out. It's a 2011 PT Cruiser. You put a $1,200, we're gonna take that 15 and knock it down $300 more. So you put $1,200 down, she's $36.99, and you got yourself a little HHR. She's not a PT Cruiser, that's an HHR. And where we're at, this is at Thrifty Used Cars and Tires, the home of the best buy here, pay here program in the Southeast. I'm Henry, I'm the owner, I'm the loudmouth guy. And that's about it, my people. You got any questions, give us a call. And that phone number is 228-344-3277. Thank you very much, and I'll see y'all soon.